Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Bytes podcast. We've been on a hiatus for, I don't know, a couple of weeks anyway. I had some travels to do, and then last week everybody was just kind of busy, and it was too difficult for us to put something together in short notice that we had to work with, or I say short notice, the short time we had. But yeah, myself and Charlotte have both been busy, man. It's summertime. I miss doing this thing. I miss seeing you guys. What's up, Matt? I see you in the audience like always, man. You're the real one. I see Last Days is in there. Man, I got to bring in your video too. Matter of fact, I may play your video first today. Let me go pull that thing up real quick, man. I know where it's at. I just got to go get it and move it. Uh, you sent me a video a while back, and I've DVR'd it, and I just never played it for us. So since we got Last Days up in the house, why don't we play a Last Days video? I think that sounds like a good plan. Let's see. Go find video files. I've got it in here. Somewhere. It's in here. I know how to find it. I know how to find it. I just type in Last Days and it should pop right up. Fast Gun, I think, is the one that you sent me. Why don't I just bring that one in and we're going to play that one. Oh, yeah. I love the good, the bad, the ugly too. It's a great spaghetti western. But Yeah, I like that, man. Yeah, so a lot of people are a little hateful about AI stuff, man. But if we're being honest, even the AI, man, that involves a lot of work. I mean, there's more to it than people think, and I know there's a little drawback and some people hating on it or whatever. But I've seen a few AI videos now. I want to say Storm Kingdom uses some AI. My guys from up in Huntsville, shit, man, Blind the Sky, they did some AI, and everybody that's done it has talked about the amount of work that it takes to. I mean, AI is not perfect, so it takes give or take, and you have to enter some code in and then wait and see what it puts you out. And then if it doesn't fit the narrative that you're looking for, then you have to do it again and again and again. Then you have to piece it all together. Yeah, I mean, I think it's oh, Figo showed up in the house, but yeah, no, I think that what's up, Figo? But I think that AI is a great tool, man. I think it's got its places, and I'm not hating on it at all in the music videos. I know it's a lot of work. I know it's a lot of work. Like I say, to the person that I know, to the person has all said that it's a lot of hard work to get that put together and to get a video that works and is seamless and looks the way they want it to. And I know from my own personal experience using a little AI here and there, like on my website to help generate some of the pages and different things, that it's not perfect, man. You could enter in some context and then AI puts out something for you, and you're like, man, that is totally not what the fuck I wanted, you know? So nah, man, I'm not hating at all, bro. I like it, man. That's a great song. I love the I love the old spaghetti westerns, man, which is kind of what that leaned into with the good, the bad, and the ugly little whistle at the beginning, man. It's good stuff, man. And yeah, we got Matt Hamden's up in the house. Teresa's in here. Figo all the way from Germany's in here. Sabin from Lee County's in here, man. Fantastic. We're waiting on Scarlett. She texted me a minute ago. She's definitely coming in. She's just a little behind, as usual. As usual, she sent me a text like, "Hey, I'm just getting finished up, getting everything together. I'll be a little late." I'm like, "No way, no way. There's no way that you're gonna be a little late." Oh man, we love that girl so much, man. She's a fantastic. She's been busy, man. She's been doing some live shows. She played the Griffin, which I think was a big deal for them. Yeah, I'm enjoying watching her blossom, man. They're doing good stuff, and her band Scarlet Silhouette's kicking ass, you know. Let me see what else I brought in that's kind of so. You see, I'm wearing the swivel hat, right? I'm wearing Swivel, the band with no vowels. They used to be SWIVEL. They realized there was quite a few bands already spelled that way, so they removed a couple of vowels. Now they're Swivel with no vowels. They just had a brand new song hit. It doesn't really have a video, but the song's freaking killer, man. They got a little heavier with their sound and their style, so I want to play that for everybody. And a little birdie told me that they may be working together with Scarlett on a collab thing. I don't know when we can expect that, but I heard something like that anyway. But let me add a Swivel to the stage. This is just going to be a song with just a photo that we can look at, but the song fucking kicks ass, man. So I love those guys, man. I don't know what it is about the sound from the mic or whatever, man. It's kind of like singing into a megaphone or something. It takes me back to like Black Sabbath kind of sounds. I don't know, but definitely a unique band. Pretty cool stuff, man. I like them. I like that band a lot, and they're actually pretty cool guys, man. We've had Dev around quite a bit. Dev has showed up on the live chat here. He's been on my live chat on the radio show. He's been on the podcast. He was at work at the time, but he came onto the podcast one time, and yeah, man, cool guys, man. I'm excited to do. And talking about cool guys, man, Saban over here is he's been working on a video that what's he say? He used some picks and then made the picks move and. So me and him met up. It's been a few months now, I guess. I can't remember, man. Time flies so hard, man. And I still got your CD pack over here that I got to get to you. But we met up at Slim Chickens in Albany, Georgia, and had a lunch one day. I was over that way working and had a kind of a bigger project for me as a HVAC tech. And yeah, so I was over there, and he and I had lunch together, and got a photo out in the parking lot or whatever. And he's used that in this new music video, which I can't wait to see, man. Can't wait to see it. Yeah, and it takes. I mean, I know even using AI or whatever. Hold on, watch this right here, man. I'm reaching over here and get me a little shot of that's a little fireball shot. Yeah, hold on. Yeah, there we go. Yeah. A little cinnamon whiskey. I don't know if you guys ever had Fireball, but yeah. But yeah, so I know, man, that even using AI, man, it's not easy to make fucking music videos at all, and especially considering, yes, Figo, yes. I started to drink beer, man, but it just makes me pee a lot, bro, and I don't really get a feel off of it until later. So I figured I waited a little late to get started, so I better take some shots. But yeah, going back to the AI thing and music videos or whatever, no hate here, man. I guarantee that there's a lot of work goes into it. And like I say, everybody that's ever, I mean, you can generate some AI stuff and hate it. You know what I mean? Then you got to trash it, start over, wait on it to generate again, etc. Use different words, enter in different context to get what you're looking for out of it. Yeah, it takes. I mean, and so for somebody like my guy Saban in Last Days, that's pretty much doing everything on your own, man. It's amazing the shit that you're able to do, man, with computers and technology, AI, and make music videos that we can all appreciate and enjoy, and whatever, man. I appreciate the hell out of it. Yeah, so I think if I'm in this music video, that'll be about the third or fourth, fifth one that I've been in, which is kind of cool, man. Just the community in as a whole has been fantastic to me, and welcome to your boy Jeff with open arms. And I know Scarlett just texted me that she's on her way, which means she's probably getting her computer set up or whatever. Sometimes it takes her a few minutes after she says that, so I'm just kind of stalling now. But which song did you do? Is it a totally new song, Saban, or is it something new that I haven't heard, or did you make a video for an older song? I'm just curious which song you're doing that video for, man, so that I know what to expect. And Figo, bro, I'm so excited, man. I get to play your new song, man, Painkiller, on Tuesday. I listened to it a couple times already, man, and it's a badass song, bro. So I can't wait to get the opportunity to air it. Oh, it's for Skyrider with Ripper. Okay, cool, man. I should have downloaded that one, and we don't have a video, but I could have played it. I played it on the radio already, so yeah. Cool, man. Yeah, and Ripper, man. Yeah, that's a cool song, man. So that's awesome. I appreciate that, man. I appreciate you adding me into it, man. That'll be a lot of fun for sure. I like the ability to even like a Snapchat app and different things, man. Now you can like take a photo of a picture and make it sing and do different stuff, make it move. It looks so realistic, man. It's kind of crazy. I have a feeling that yours is going to be a little cartoony, like maybe, I don't know. I can't imagine what you've come up with, bro, but I can't wait to see it, man. I'm excited for it. But yeah, talking again about the Tuesday Punch Session this week. Figo from King Earn has sent me in a song. It's I know it's late for you over there, bro. He sent in a song called Painkiller. It got played on Thursday night on OTAT 24/7 on the air tonight with my friends over in Albany. Cinco Dave and Silent Assassin Lisa were the first to air that because they were the first to play Figo on the radio, which is kind of cool. Myself and them, we all kind of came from the same spot. Dave was doing radio before me. Dave, I say he was doing radio before me. I was a guest on the same radio station with the original manager of that radio station, I think before they started doing anything there, but for them to, they actually started doing a lot of stuff with the radio station and doing some shows well before I ever did. And they technically got me involved in radio to start with. And so Dave and Lisa are great friends of mine. We hung out the other night, last Saturday night, as a matter of fact. We hung out at the Oglethorpe Lounge over in Albany. We had Leaving October, which is one of my favorite bands from Tallahassee. Well, I met them in Tallahassee, but they're from Port St. Joe, Florida. And then we had Cutthroat Kings from St. Petersburg area came up and played. So Florida basically invaded Albany and played a show over there. The crowd was a little small, but it was a fervent and a good crowd. Man, we had a couple of kids that showed up from Baconton, which were amazing. They had a great time, man, and we all had a great time. Myself and Cinco got pulled up on stage. I posted a little video of that on my Facebook page. Got a few likes and stuff. So, but we've been doing some shows and doing our things. The reason why we missed the week before last is because I went to Huntsville, Alabama, to a show that Front Row Radio helped to sponsor and create, make happen at a soccer stadium in Huntsville, Alabama, which was a raving success. It was so successful that it was the first time the stadium had ever allowed something like that to happen there. They had concerts there in the past when it was a baseball stadium, but in its new configuration as a soccer stadium, they hadn't had any. And this was all independent artists, all local people from around North Alabama area got a chance to play in a fucking stadium. You know, how cool is that? And thanks in part to Front Row Radio kicking a little money in, and there was no way I was going to let that show happen without showing up and being a part of it. So we had a great time up there with that. And so being the travel involved with that, I was unable to do the show that week. And then last weekend, we were just, Scar was busy, I was busy. We were just both so busy that we didn't have time to come up with videos and stuff. I had one video kind of prepared, and I'm going to still do that video tonight probably. So we're just waiting on Scar now so I can get started. Maybe I should do another one though, because I talk so much now. So why don't we do... I'm going to guess that because she texted me and said she was on her way, that her computer's doing some kind of update or something. So I think I'll do Reign of Z. And the reason I'm going to do this one, I really went deep into the well on this one. I like Reign of Z. Zozia West is a good friend of mine, and she's from up around Virginia Beach area. And I think she's originally from Pennsylvania, but she's based in the Virginia Beach area now. But so I went like 6 years deep to pull this song up just because I thought the video was kind of cool, and I love Zozia and Reign of Z, so I'm gonna pull that one up. Maybe we'll have some Scar by the time. Yeah, so that was Zosia West as the front person for Reign of Z. They're based out of Virginia now. Kick-ass band, man. I've got a few bands up in the Virginia Beach, that area. Matter of fact, the Loves are up in that area. They're supposed to be coming down this week. My birthday is this next Friday, so uh, Natalie Jeanette and AJ Rose, the Loves, are coming down. They're going to do a show in my little hometown, and on Friday night, which is actually my birthday night, and then they're going to be doing another show over in Albany, Lee County, at Jolly Rogers Pub and Song. They're opening for another band. We're going to be over there a little early to play Name That Tune Trivia with Ross and Jimmy, which is always a good time. They kind of take us back to the old days before they moved to Virginia. I see Figo had to log off, man. It's after midnight over there for him. So love you, brother. Thanks so much for popping in and for always supporting what we're doing, man. Much love. I see Vilixine is in the house again. He finally figured out how to get into my live chat on my radio show the other day and dropped in on a radio show. I hope you enjoyed that one, brother. I had a good time. I always have a good time doing radio. I have a good time doing this thing too. It's always more fun when there's people around like you guys tuning in and interacting and stuff, man. Gives us a reason to keep doing it, you know. And I don't know what's going on with Scarlett right now, but we're getting close to 30 minutes in. She's usually about 15 or 20 minutes late, so I'm assuming her computer's giving her some damn nightmares. Let me check. Let me check my text messages. She hasn't texted me again in a minute, so she's getting ready. She's not having nothing too major. She would have already texted me. But yeah, I mean we've it's summertime, man. There's a lot of stuff going on, a lot of shows going on, a lot of big shows going on, a lot of festival type things happening. Uh, I see some that are doing really well. I see some that are maybe struggling a little bit on uh, people in the audience kind of thing. But at the same time, man, it's all of a sudden it's hot weather. It's tough in the summertime to. I know from experience at Pretoria Fields Radio when we started over there that it's kind of difficult to put a show on in the summer in the South. It gets super hot. Uh, People just really probably won't show up, man. It's just going to be so hot. People don't want to hang out outside in the heat. Uh, we have this nasty little insect here called a gnat. They're terrible this time of the year. So around the 4th of July, we used to try to do what we called Red, White, and Brew Festival over at Pretoria Fields, and man, it was just so hard to get people to come out for it. I mean, we would get people to show up, but never. I mean, we'd have 5 or 6 bands, 8 bands even. We would start out inside with maybe an acoustic act, and people would go in there and buy some beers and be in the air conditioning and watch somebody sing in there. And then we'd move to a little smaller stage out in the beer garden area and have a band or two perform there, and it was shaded and whatever. And then you would have to go around to the back to the loading dock where we had our big bands getting ready to play, and had a big stage set up. And it was just so hard, man, to get people to stick all day. So people would come and go as the day went. We would have good numbers if you looked at ticket sales, but the crowd would never look big like you would want, because people came and went and didn't stay all day, get too drunk too early kind of thing. We had some of that going on, etc. So I mean, it's really hard, man, to put together a major show anymore. I was looking, my guys from Bagworm had a show up in I think it's Oakwood, maybe Illinois. Exit 210 Saloon, a fucking huge, nice freaking stage, and freaking huge, nice stage, man. But there was such a big area out in front of the stage that, I mean, there was a crowd there, but it was like they were kind of sporadic and sparse. But I mean, it's just so hard, man, to put something together with indie bands, man, and make people show up. And yeah, I see you there. See you there, man. Yeah, the chat over at frontrowradio.com is amazing, man. It's like a big family of musicians and fans that come together, and kind of not unlike here, you know. Here we're trying to do a little something different, just because I already do radio, so we're trying to do some music videos kind of thing here. But yeah, I know one of the big blessings in my life has been the ability to create that website with the live chat and have people come in and connect. The bands kind of connect with one another, and I've seen good things come out of that. Bands make friends together, start doing some collab work together, or put shows together where they like one another enough. But hey, man, we should do a show together, and then it happens, kind of thing. And yeah, no, I love that part of what I'm able to do with my radio show and stuff, and also the fact that we get international audience there is kind of cool, man. We get bands that constantly. We have bands. So, for instance, when I went to Huntsville a couple of weeks ago, one of the bands there showed me was telling me that one of their big things about being on my radio show or whatever is that there are now have listeners from Germany and Austria and other places. And then last weekend I did the same thing with Leaving in October. They were like, "This is the impact," and then they like hold their phone up to me. They're like, "This is the impact that you have done for us," and people in Australia, New Zealand, etc., all listening, to Leaving October, which is a little small band out of Port St. Joe, Florida, man, just getting their start. I think I saw their 4th live show, and the other night I saw maybe their 8th or 9th. So they haven't even done that many live shows, but they have an album out that's called October 32nd. Let me see. I think I've got it right here somewhere, probably. Yeah, see there? That's Leaving October 32nd. I had it circled right there, October 32nd. There's no such date, but yeah. Anyway, that's their EP that they came out with. It's pretty cool, man. This band's, they don't have any music videos or anything, but yeah, they're pretty cool, and I'm going to support the hell out of them, man, because they're fantastic. And still no Scarlett yet. Let's see. It says he used to organize a 3-day Irish Pavilion thing, about 6 or 7 bands, and then the Irish dance that started to work. Yeah, it really does, man. You have to start planning things like that. Yeah, you have to start planning things like that months in advance. Let's say, for instance, at Pretoria Fields Radio over there, and I was not in the management position over there. I was just lucky enough to be a DJ that got to have some of the fun, and I did help put things together and build things, and I wasn't part of the organizing or booking bands kind of part of it, but I just know from experience that we always tried to have a bigger closer, So the headliner, we wanted somebody bigger than the local people that we were going to be playing, or the independent bands from around the area that we were going to play. And you would try to book somebody like Jackal, for instance. So Jackal, I'm going to pick on them because they're fucking hard, man. So a band like Jackal, we all love Jackal's music or whatever over there, and everybody agreed that would be a cool ass band to have show up. Their fucking rider was so off, so in another universe from what we were going to be able to do. I mean, there's no way that you could book them. I mean, besides getting a bunch of sponsors to help pay their $5 or $6 grand or whatever they wanted to show up, it was going to be another $1,500 worth of just shit that they wanted done, whatever, red carpet rolled out and etc. Just they were super hard to work with, man, and we just never materialized. Driving and Crying was another one. Couldn't get them. They were just too hard, man. The owner of the brewery wanted those guys. I mean, so in months in advance, you're starting to negotiate with these people, to try to get somebody to come in, and you need to do that in months in advance because you need to start advertising for something like that. And if it's going to be a festival that you plan on doing, for instance, annually, like we were going to try to do 4 a year. And we were going to try to make them all an annual thing, quarterly. We were going to do one show quarterly, maybe 5, 6, 7 bands, several of them local bands, probably going to kind of just play for free kind of thing, or get a little shot of the door or something if they were able to sell some tickets. And then the bigger bands, we had to get sponsors and stuff to help pay for them. And yeah, I mean, we all put in that work, and you need to start advertising in advance. And your first year, you're not going to have a big crowd. You know what I mean? You're not going to have a big crowd. Your second year, maybe you grow a little bit. Your third. So if you're going to do something like that, you have to be in for the long haul. You have to know that you're going to have to keep doing it annually until it's got a name built for itself. So if it was going to be Red, White, and Brew, and you were going to start getting people in from other states and stuff, it was going to have to be big enough. It was going to have to grow, man. You were going to have to keep doing it. And yeah, we just were unable to keep that alive, man. Actually, the brewery actually closed down. Let me see. Yeah, you try to bring in somebody big that brings in an audience. So our best show, we and really not even a huge band, but huge in this area, was the Velcro Pygmies, which is like an 80s glam band kind of thing. And the 80s glam bands are that, especially the Pygmies, have a great following. So our best festival that we had them as the headliner. A lot of people showed up and hung out, but when people know that they're the headliner, they still don't show up at midday for the smaller bands that we had going. You get your normal crowd through the venue for that, and then slowly it builds as the day goes on. But when people know that the Pygmies were going to be the closer, people didn't show up till 9 o'clock or so. Thinking, well, we're not going to, we're going to, and whatever. So it's just difficult, man. People don't want to invest a lot of time, and everybody's busy doing their things, and I don't know. But anyway, I think I'm gonna have to play another video. I've talked enough shit. Still no scar. Let me check my text, see if she's just having difficulty or what, man. Yeah, I knew for sure that her laptop had updated 7:36, so it's 4 minutes ago. So maybe I'll hang around for a minute longer and just keep bullshitting. But yeah, no, really, there's a lot of work goes into any show, even just a 2-band show at a regular venue involves some planning well in advance, a calendar. Somebody managing the facility is going to have to be talking to bands, creating a calendar, trying to not double book things, making sure if you got more than one person operating the venue, you got to make sure that somebody's not booking somebody when you've already got somebody booked, kind of thing. We all have friends that might call and say, hey man, can we come in and do a show? And you go, oh yeah, sure, man, on that day, yeah. And then you go look at the calendar and say, oh shit, so and so's already booked a band or two for that day. So it's just shit happens, man. It's a crazy business. And damn, bro, y'all had a festival kind of deal that you ran for 16 years. That is crazy. So I haven't even been doing radio that long, but I just know from what little experience I do have that it's difficult, man. It's really difficult. We're fresh out of COVID when I came into radio, so live shows were difficult. It's difficult to get people to come out. Difficult to get people to come into crowds. Everybody learned that you can do things at home. We stayed at home for a fucking year, so everybody learned, well, we don't have to do that to have fun. We can just stay home and do things. And everybody started doing some live streaming stuff, and it's just all it's finally coming back a little bit. Like I say, in Huntsville a couple weeks ago, we had a nice crowd, man, and we had threats of weather. So our venue was going to be outdoors. We were never going to put bands on the field. We knew we weren't going to fill a stadium seating atmosphere with fans, so we were going to do it in the beer garden and kind of set up a riser for the drummer, and kind of have it more tight, and hopefully have around 300 people or so show up. And as it started getting closer to time, we get within the 10-day forecast, we start looking and saying, oh shit, they're calling for rain on Saturday evening, and the show was supposed to start at 7:30 and go to 11:30 or whatever. And so the first thing to do was look at what the windows for rain and storms and stuff was, and see if it was going to be open during the time that we were going to do. And you already know when there's starting to be threats of weather that your crowd's going to deplete. You're not going to have as many people show up. Even if they bought tickets in advance, they might not show up and actually be a butt in the seat, so to speak. But so within a few days of the event, it kind of got moved from the beer garden area where we could house around 350 maybe it got moved up to what we call the terrace area, which was under a roof but was still open on the two sides, so rain could blow in or winds and whatever, but it wouldn't get wet directly. But so we moved up there, so we had to cut online sales, which we were closing in on our limit on online sales already anyway, which I think we changed online sales down to 100, which was sold out. We sold that out 2 days or a day and a half or so before the event. I got a text saying, "Hey man, we're sold out." And then we were going to still sell another 50 to 100 walk-ups if people showed up. Well, true to form, the weather was supposed to hit, so we changed the times of the weather. Looking at the window, we changed the times of the concert from 7:30 down to 6:30 start, and all that stuff affects how your crowd's going to show up and whatever. But the rain kind of blew through around 4 o'clock and blew through. It wet everything, and then it was gone, and it cleared up beautifully, and we had a great crowd, man, and a fantastic show. Matt Slayton Productions put on a hell of a thing. Guess who showed up finally? Yes, there's so much work goes into making music. Yeah, this part, yeah, and and just tons of work even in creating music, etc. And I think she showed up and then she popped back off on. There she is. She's struggling. Let me make sure she's with us. Hello. We got no sound.
Hello.
There you go. You were muted, doofus.
Yeah. Apparently. What's up?
What's going on?
I'm so sorry. My laptop's giving me trouble. I should have got it set up ahead of time, but I didn't. And
I know. I knew when I was looking at the time. I said, you know something? She's been using a different computer lately, and we haven't used hers in a couple of weeks. So
yeah, my laptop had to update. It took freaking forever, and then after the update, it's running super slow. Ugh.
I already knew, and Felix says, yeah.
What's up, Felix?
Yeah, and we were just talking. So Felix actually has helped organize some festival type events and stuff. So we were I was stalling, killing time for you because I've already played one video and one song, and so I was kind of just stalling because I didn't want to keep running through our music before you got here. But we were talking about, you just had a show at the Griffin, right?
Yeah.
That was a big deal, right? I mean, that was one of the places that you've been looking for to play at, right?
The Griffin I've played a lot of times. The one the one I hadn't played was Backstage Bar and Billiards.
Okay, yeah. Y'all did that already too, though, right?
Yeah, we just played that one. We opened up for Vampires Everywhere and Cultist Black. It was a really fun show.
Yeah, so Cultist Black was there too, yeah, and so that was great. I bet, yeah.
And Cyclone 9.
Shit, see, how much fun was it?
It was really fun. It was slower than what I'm used to with Triple B's that night because there was a lot of stuff going on that night, lots of events in town, and also protests happening right down the block. So it was slower than expected, but it was still a really good show. There was a lot of people there, and all the bands were really good and really cool. Had great performances. So
a lot of crazy shit going on in the world right now, no doubt. Protests and different things, and it's definitely. We were just talking about how hard it is to get people to come out, and we had a show last week in Albany at the Oglethorpe Lounge, and the show was a little slack on people in the audience, but the people that were there were super fervent. It was a lot of fun, but we were just all sitting around like, what's going on in Albany tonight that people didn't come out for these fantastic bands, or whatever, but. I don't know. We were just discussing how difficult it is to get people to come out and do live shows anymore.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah,
it's harder when there's stuff going on, like
if there's other like you say, a big city like you guys are in, there might be 15 or 20 shows happening at the same time, and just put one big name in there somewhere, and all of a sudden, all the other shows are diminished,
Yeah, totally. Yeah, the more events going on, for sure, it's harder to get people down there because everyone's split between all the different events.
That's right. And, unless you're the only metal thing going on and everybody else is doing some country shit, all the country bumpkins go to theirs and all the metal people show up at yours or whatever. But, yeah, no, it's tumultuous times all around for indie artists, but it does feel like it's coming around a little better, and different scenes have better crowds. I guess.
Sure. I mean, I think everywhere has the good and the bad within their scenes, but there's definitely certain scenes you could say that are better than others.
Yeah, that's
Or
right.
bigger than others.
Yeah, so my Albany scene, which is the most local to me, we don't do. I mean, we do get some nice crowds at some of the venues, but it still seems like everybody's doing the cover band thing. It's still difficult to get people to come out for original stuff. But then the Huntsville show I did a couple of weeks ago that caused me to miss that week here with you guys was man, we had such a great crowd for that one, and it could have been an even bigger crowd, but weather kind of affected it, and time changes because of the weather and different things all kind of affected. We cut our online sales off early, et cetera, because of different things. But yeah, no, it's we had a great crowd on that one though, so it just it varies. That's what we were just discussing before you showed up.
Yeah, it definitely varies.
Yeah, so you brought in 3 fantastic bands.
I did.
Yeah.
How many have you played so far?
I have not played any of the ones that we had intended. So I haven't played any of yours. We've still got Like Roses, Heliana, and what is the other one? Amira FLK or whatever. Yeah, we still have all 3 of
what
those.
I sent you this time. I had so many to pick from.
Yeah, and so
Like Roses, Amira Elfke, and
yeah.
Helena Pandora. Yeah.
That's exactly right. So which one do you want to play?
Shoot. Let's open it up with Like Roses.
Oh man, that's my favorite that you brought too. So yeah, I love this chick, man. This is a great band.
Yeah, super cool. I discovered them on YouTube, just scrolling through my recommended music and stuff.
I find a lot of people that way.
Totally. YouTube, Instagram, they're great for discovering new music, besides just hitting shuffle on something like Spotify. Yeah, so Like Roses, they're from California. I don't know much about them. I literally just discovered them, but I thought it was fantastic. I thought they had a cool video, and their sound is awesome. So
really are, man. I definitely dig the female front, man. She's great. So here you go. Like Roses.
We can hide out in your bedroom, so I can wake up somewhere new, pretend like I'm still open. I believe that you could love me if I'm suffering, a body you crawl into bed with. Till you forget, do you feel the insincerity in my voice? So
Love it.
Yeah, I got the ending with the broken album and the chink. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I like the early 2000s kind of pop punk emo kind of sound to it.
Yeah, it's really good. That's a great band. Yeah. Let's see. Hey, we got Richie Warwick in the house. What's up, bro? Welcome to the Soundbites podcast, man. I don't know if I've seen you here before, but maybe you've been here before. I don't remember seeing you, at least in the chat anyway. Welcome on, man.
What is up?
Yeah, and it does have a great pace. Yeah, I like the pop punk sounds, man. I'm definitely into it. So
totally.
Scarlett Dot one, she showed up late and said, right out of the park. Right to start with.
I said, as long as I'm late, like I better at least bring the fire, right? I better
bring the fucking heat. Bring it. You brought it in makeup and stuff too. Look at you. You're not wearing the ward off men makeup today. Let's see. Yeah, no, you look great. Yeah. Okay. So, shit. So she brought the heat, man. Now I'm second guessing my order because I had an order in mind and shit. She played my favorite that she brought in first. So what am I gonna do? How am I going to counteract what just happened? Okay, so I'm just going to do it because Stores 24, man, these guys, I've traveled a few times to go see these guys. I've been 5 or 6 hours to Prattville, Alabama to see them. The first time I got to see them live. This is a Mississippi band, so they're kind of far away for me to go travel to go see. And yeah, bro. And yeah, they're kind of difficult for me to go see because they're kind of farther away, you know. And I have traveled as much as 14 hours to see an indie band or an indie show before, but man, it's so hard to put the money together and take time off work and everything to do those things. So I have to plan them so far in advance. But I went and saw Stores 24. I think I put about 6 hours in the first time, and then I got to see them again. It was about a 5.5 hour drive over to Mississippi to see them over on the coast. And then I saw them again, not terribly long ago. They got within an hour from me. But they literally dropped a new song, a new video and everything at the same time. And out of all their music, man, I mean, and they've got some good stuff. Anger Management was always my favorite song from these guys. And we played that video on here before, but this is their song, man. This is the song. This is the song that will put a band on the map, man. The song like the one we're fixing to play now. And yeah, man, these guys are freaking ridiculous. On from Mars.
I'm sitting here, just drowning in my pain. I'm trying to pick up the pieces and wonder why you went away. I take a look in the mirror, it's a reflection of your face. This lonely feeling gets hard to fight away. My friends say I'm crazy for crying over you. They say, Fred, forget her and don't be nobody's fool. Yeah, Tell me what to do with all this pain you laid upon me. Yeah, now I can go on, baby, living without you. But I deserve a reason why I walked away. I still can hear you say, oh baby. I still can hear you say.
Man, yeah, so that's more of a ballad type of sound from those guys. Yeah, I mean they're what they self-proclaim themselves. They call their genre street rock. Uh, for me, they're a little blend of a few different styles. They've got some rap in there, so I kind of consider them new metal, but they call themselves street rock. They're out of Brandon, Mississippi. Fantastic fucking band, man. That's a great song right there. I love the collab work with the female artist to come in.
I love it. I love it. I
Yeah.
agree with Dev. The guitar tone sounded fantastic.
Yeah,
I like
they're
the voice, and I
oh,
like the Vic's voice too. It was
yeah,
good.
they're all fantastic dudes. The musicians are fantastic in the band. Baby Fred, man, when he puts on the little hoodie thing, he means business. So he's wearing the sleeveless hoodie. It's something fixing to go down up in there, and yeah, I've seen them enough times to know that. And I think it's kind of cool that they put the video together. They put the video together like in the studio, so like little clips of them actually making the song or whatever to make the video. I thought that was kind of cool to see. I'm gonna go to a recording session soon. I think Everfelt's invited me to come to one of their recording sessions up in Paducah, Kentucky, the end of August. So I'm thinking about really thinking about trying to do that. I want to be on that side of it and kind of see what it takes to actually make the music besides, to do the recording part of it. I know there a lot of work went in even before that even, but that gives us a little view of it there though.
Yeah, very cool. Very cool. That'd be fun.
Yeah, I think just getting to go be in on that part of it might be cool. I've never been to something like that. And like I say, they've invited me to come the end of August up. I've had a few invites for things like that. MX the American invited me up to Atlanta last weekend or the weekend before last, but I already had the Huntsville show going on and couldn't do that. So, yeah, I'm going to get a chance to get in on the recording side of it and see what kind of work actually gets put into doing something like that. I think it'll be cool.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
And
Felix said, push some faders for me there, GT.
what did he say? Hold on, let me see.
Push some faders.
Yeah. But yeah, and then yeah, that's and just like I said, it was a ballad, and yeah, straight up, man, that was a straight up ballad from normally a more of a heavier band, so yeah, Stores 24, man, those guys are ridiculous. They're actually getting all over the place all of a sudden. They've been pretty much a southeast band. I see that they're going up, maybe Kentucky's still southeastern, but I see they've got a show coming in Kentucky soon, which is kind of far from them. I think they pretty much stayed to Alabama, Louisiana, Alabama, Mississippi, and Florida so far. I think they went to Georgia too. I think they did something in Georgia too, maybe, but yeah, they pretty much stayed to the little corner of the world here, and they're stretching out a little bit, man. And I love that song, man. So anyway, what are we gonna do next? We've got two more from you. We got which one do you want to do now?
Ooh.
With your beautiful self over there, looking all freaking cute and stuff, man. What the?
Ah, very sweet. Her name is hard for me to remember. Halana, I think it's Halana. I might be pronouncing that
Heliana,
wrong.
yeah, Heliana, yeah. She's like a Italian or something, right?
So yeah, something like that. France. She's from France.
French, yes.
This song is called "The War Within." This is a guitarist. So she's got a really cool music video for it, but there's no vocals. It's just music. It's an instrumental, but it's really, really emotional and fun and interesting, honestly, because she goes nuts. She goes wild with that guitar.
She's so fun to watch play. Yeah, I watched
Absolutely.
it when I was DVRing it, and I was like, man, this chick is freaking cool. And I kept waiting on some words, and nothing ever happened. But yeah, no, the video is actually pretty damn good for an instrumental. So yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not a super big fan of instrumentals, really, but I mean, I've heard a few lately from some of these indie people that are freaking amazing, man. Yeah, this is one of those.
Yep, I love it. So let's check it out. This is Helena. I don't know how to pronounce it. I'm gonna say Helena Pandora.
Yeah, Helena Pandora, something like that. Yeah, she is freaking amazing, man. Classical guitar sounds. Here we go. frick, man. See, people like that's the reason why I don't play guitar. I have tried to learn, but there is no fucking way, man. These people are so amazing at it, you know.
People like that are the reason why I only know how to play basic guitar, and I basically like stopped trying to get better. I've been focusing on vocals because I'm like, I don't know.
Hey, let me quick shout outs again. So I'm Not Dev is in the audience. This is he's part of Swivel that we kind of opened the show with their new song. I'll play that again when we close. Probably it's just a song, no music video, but they have a new song called Red Heifer, which is freaking amazing. They got a little more heavy than their standard sounds. Amazing song. So we'll play that again for you guys. We got Richie Warwick in the house. House of Warwick, man, another amazing musician in the house. We've never done any of Richie's music. He's just showed up, man. Love you, brother. Thank you so much for supporting and showing up and being in the live chat with us, man. Matt Hamden's always here. Matt said every time that we've done a show, I think Matt's been here except for one where he had a wedding or something to go to where everybody dressed up like elves and stuff, which was kind of cool because I saw the photos from that, which is kind of cool. Teresa's always here. Felix has been he's been here, man. Felixine has been here several weeks in a row, man. Appreciate you too. Just a quick shout outs to all the people that show up and are part of the live chat. And also want to give a shout out to the people that watch later, man. We have quite a few people that tune in later and all. Yeah, man, we love everybody.
What's wrong with me?
Hey, you can't make a heart? Yeah, you got it. Look.
I couldn't figure out where my camera was angled. I don't know, man. I'm tired, right?
Yeah. But
ignore me.
We definitely appreciate everybody that watches later. Sometimes we get quite a few views after the fact. So we love all you guys that kind of tune in and support what we're trying to do, man. We're not doing this for money at all. We don't make any money. Our account's not monetized. I don't even on my radio stuff, I'm pretty much nonprofit. It kind of self-sustains now. I don't. Yeah, maybe one day I'll make some money somewhere at some of it. It's never was a goal. I do it because I love it and I love the bands, and I know Scarlett's the same way. She just loves the networking aspect of it. In some other ways we get blessed than money. You know what I mean? We get great friends. We get connections with other bands, other people in the music industry. Yeah, no, bro. I wish. I promise. If I'm rich, it's rich with love, man. I'm definitely not rich with money, man. I've decided at this point in my life. Matter of fact, next Friday, I'll be 52 years old. I've just decided that it's time that I try to live a little, man, put a little more life in my years. You know what I mean? Instead of just letting the years click by without doing the things that I want to do and supporting the people I want to support and loving what I want to love, and just working and going to the grind every day, man. I'm going to start putting some stuff together and having a little fun, man, and living it up, living to the fullest before I'm gone, Yeah, on the Forbes list. Yeah, if love was on the Forbes list, I'm probably pretty high up there, man.
Oh, he's saying you're gonna win the lottery.
If I win,
share it with me, yeah.
Yeah, if I win the lottery, man. If I win the lottery, you guys will see me at every freaking independent artist show. Ever, just about. I mean, I can't be everywhere at once, but I'll go see every band that I've ever played on the radio at least one time. I promise. If I hit the lottery, man, everybody that I've ever played on the radio, if they're still together as a band, I'll be seeing them somewhere play live. That is a fucking guarantee. So y'all pray for me to hit the lottery so I can be at your shows, man. Be out in the freaking rail. Be out on the rail, man, just destroying the fucking rail, man.
Jeff's a real one. He devotes his life basically to this shit. Like,
I just love music, man, and the people that make music are freaking awesome. And it's not everybody's into the artist part of it. You know what I mean? Most people are into hearing some music and just kind of moving along. But I love the connection with the artists that are actually making the music, learning a little bit about what makes them tick.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Tev said, make clones of yourself and watch all the bands. Make clones of yourself, Jeff. Do it.
Oh, I wish, man. If I could be like an Iron Man and have that kind of money, I promise, man. Don't let me hit me. don't let don't let me hit the lottery, y'all. I'm telling y'all, man. I'll be at every show, man. Y'all see me. I'll be like hologram images out in the audience everywhere, man.
Accurate.
Yeah. Let's see. So I don't know which band I want to do next. So I've got two more. I've got a band out of the UK, which is more of a man, they're more of a 80s kind of hard rock kind of band sound. And I've got Alex with two X's, which is this amazing chick, man. Let me think which one I want to do.
That one.
Alex, you want to see the amazing chick with the green and blue hair?
Yeah.
Okay, let's do Alex. Man, I was going to save Alex for last, but since you said that one, okay. Women always get to pick. Here we go. Green and purple, man.
Sometimes I realize there's something more to me, and it's all just a game
So funny story. Just because everybody, I said I love the pause, and then everybody else was the same. Like I thought that was the end, and yeah. So yeah, look. So when I was DVR, and I've listened to this song several times. It's about a year old, and this was the first song that Alex ever sent me to play on the radio. And I had never done the video on here yet. So when I was DVRing the video earlier, when it hit the pause, I went ahead and ended the recording, and then they picked back up. So I had to redo the whole thing again because they fooled me too. Yeah. It's I love the little pause and pick back up, man. That's a really dramatic and yeah. So yeah, Alex Elena, man, she's fantastic. As a front person for the band, she's a real one too. She, of course, she looks fantastic. She's beautiful. In all her makeup and everything, but she puts videos on her personal page, which I don't think she can add any more friends to now. So she had two professional pages, and this is one thing we're learning about Facebook has just changed recently. I think that if you had a personal page and you turned it into a professional page, then you have a band page that you're also operating from the same email address or whatever. I think they're limiting you now to one professional page or something, because they reconverted her personal page back to a personal page away from professional, and she lost quite a few of her followers and stuff on there. They cut her back to 5,000 or whatever. I don't know how many people that's happened to, but I've seen a couple recently that's kind of happened to. So that's why I have been reluctant to operate multiple pages or whatever. But I love her hair. But on her personal page, she often posts different things of she will show herself with no makeup, not dressed up, all those things, man. I love the part that she's a real one and that she don't mind showing you what she really looks like without all the makeup and everything on, man. She's a fantastic human, you know, and her music's great. I've seen everybody comparing her to Evanescence, and I would say that that's probably true. And the fact that she's able to even imitate that at all and be good at it is ridiculous. So, yeah.
Yeah, fuck yeah. I like it. Very Evanescence coded for sure.
I think she would take that. You know what I mean? If she's watching anywhere, anytime now or in the future, she would be like, "Thank y'all."
Yeah, definitely. I love it, and the video was great. The visuals were awesome. It looked fantastic.
Yeah, I'm not sure what it costs to make a video of that caliber. It's
with all the pyrotechnics, I don't know.
Yeah, really, and yeah, the vocal range, she's ridiculous, man. She's yeah, no, she's great, and I love that people pointed out that they see the drummer. Literally, I love drummers, man. I mean, they're kind of behind everybody, but they drive the show most of the time, and it's kind of cool that people notice the drummer, you know. So yeah, I think that's cool.
Yeah, fuck yeah, it was great.
I thought I already played the Reign of Z song, so. Let's see, which one do you want to do now? We've got two more of yours, so
we've got one more of mine, right?
Yeah, we've got one more of each of ours.
Yeah. One more of mine, and then you have one more too?
Yeah, and so the one I have is kind of a cover, but it's so good, man. And then I do want to play Dev and them's song again because it's brand new and it's ridiculous, but
yeah, hell yeah. Let's end out with Swivel.
Yeah, we'll end with Swivel. So do you want to do mine first or yours? We have Amira Elfke. How do you say her name?
I think it's Amira Elfke.
Elfke? Yeah.
I'm not quite sure.
So we can end on her. I don't know.
You want to end on that? Let's do your other one.
Okay. So this is a band called Bytes. They're out of the UK. These guys have been with me since I started Front Row Radio. They were one of the first bands to ever submit stuff to me. And they're more of an older school. I mean, they're all original. This is their first cover that I know of. And when I was going to do the video, they just released it like 9 days ago. And I would have done it last week, but we just kind of couldn't put our stuff together quick enough last week to get a show going. But yeah, so it would have been probably really hot off the press last week. But it's a band called Bytes. They're out of the UK, and you guys will see. This is Devil Woman. So if you know the song Devil Woman, they did a cover of Devil Woman. So
hell yeah!
What a classic rock kind of sound for you guys.
It's a good song. So let's see. I like it. Wait, can you? Can you get fireball delivered?
Yeah, only if you've got a son or somebody in the house that'll do it for you.
No.
Yeah. But yeah, no, I love that. That's a timeless song, and they didn't really like copy it. They made it their own. So that's one of my favorite things about indie bands doing covers, and all of their music is kind of in that realm of sound. So go check out Blitz, man, and go check out all the other bands, Alex, and everybody that we played so far tonight for sure, man. Go check them out. Blitz,
Yes.
they're
Do the
great.
thing. Do the like, do the subscribe, do the listen, do the merch, do the things.
All the things. It's kind of cool, man. I love doing my little merch videos, and so talking about doing merch videos and stuff, I had went to Huntsville, and Kaylee Jordan is a country artist that I've played before in the past, back when myself and Baylor were doing country pump sessions together on my radio show. Once a quarter or so we would do one, and I happened to go to Huntsville, and Kaylee's from that area, so I hit her up. She was going to send me a t-shirt. She hit me up one day. She saw one of my videos that I done, and I guess they're kind of popular with different people or whatever. And she saw me do one, and then she texted me out of the blue, kind of like, and I had only played her music like one time on one of my country shows, because I don't really do country music so much on my regular, it's not in rotation or anything. I don't do it regularly. And so she texted me, and she was like, man, I love what you're doing. I want to send you a shirt and stuff so that you can do a video or whatever for me. And then I would have done it, and then she just, she got busy and it didn't happen or whatever. And then it turns out I'm going to Huntsville up there to do that sponsorship thing. And she's in that area. So I hit her up while I was up there, and I'm like, hey, I would love to hook up and meet in person or whatever while I'm here. And so her boyfriend was playing a bar, little dive, actually. Cool little spot, man. I love little dive bars, really. And her boyfriend was playing at a dive bar over there, and so we hooked up there, and she brought me one of her shirts, and we got hooked up there. And so I saved the shirt and didn't do a video until she sent me a little mailing in. And man, how cool is this? I'm going to reach over here and get it, because I got it hanging on a nail on the wall right now. But she sent me this little key ring, man. Check this out. It's like a horseshoe. She makes these things. They hand make this stuff. It's like a horseshoe. Really cute. Yeah, and it's got like some Indian stuff. It's kind of like a dream catcher kind of deal. But so she sent me that and a couple of autograph things. But so I saved the shirt and I did a little video. And then that video, after I did that video, I had like 3 more bands hit me up and like, hey man, we want to send you some stuff with your address or whatever. And so that's cool, man. I don't expect people to send me stuff, but if it's getting traction and people like it and think that it's cool, man, I'm gonna keep doing that stuff. But I see you over there yawning. I'm boring your ass to death. But
I need coffee so bad. I need coffee.
But yeah, no, so that's kind of cool, man. I love doing those things, and so as long as people keep sending me stuff, I'm gonna keep doing those crazy little videos where I kind of go shirtless for a minute and do a little whatever, but I have a lot of fun doing those things, man. I enjoy doing them, and I think just anyway, just life to the fullest, baby. That's what I was talking about earlier,
Yeah, fuck yeah.
Fucking hey, man, live it up. Life is short, man. Put more life in your time, because you can't put more time in your life. That part.
Very true. That part.
Yeah, that part. But man, I think we have one more video.
We do, and then we're gonna play Swivel again.
We're definitely gonna play Swivel, man. They jumped out in a little hard rock kind of realm a little bit with this new one.
Felix, you're not wrong.
What did you say?
It's been a long month.
Yeah, she's gonna drift away. Yeah.
I need like a whole pot of coffee right now.
Well, the cool thing about what Scar's got going on is, they were so long looking to complete the band again, because they had members dropped off and were doing their own things. And then when they finally got a band put it back together, and suddenly she's doing a podcast and she's writing and she's doing all her things and her normal life stuff. And then all of a sudden now she's got shows to do again and band practices and everything. So yeah, so all of a sudden life gets super busy, and I'm fucking proud of her, man. She's a badass, man. That's a badass chick, y'all. Hold on, let me make sure, because I didn't mirror my.
On my screen, that's correct, but I don't know.
I'm pointing the right way, right? I'm pointing the right way now, right?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So see, I just had to flip my camera from mirror, so now I know I'm pointing the right way. But that's a badass chick right there, y'all, man. That girl right there, she
Mine's
is
mirrored.
Yeah. So if you mirrored yours, you got to point toward the other way. But yeah, no.
Am I that tired? I need coffee.
You need coffee?
Ignore me. I didn't say anything.
Look at the hat I'm wearing right here, man. It's a
Hey, who's that?
Wivel.
Yeah, I never heard of that band. That's a band, right?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they're the band with no vowels. And they make this ridiculous 90s kind of sound. And I was talking about earlier when I played their song that they sound like they're maybe singing into a megaphone. They've got this little echoey sound, man. It's like a sound that you heard maybe even in the 90s some, but even harkens back to even like Black Sabbath kind of a sound, man, like into a antique mic kind of sound or whatever. But we're going to talk about that in a minute, because right now we're going to do this Amira Elfke.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Elfke or
I know we're slaughtering the frick out of her name.
I don't know.
But she's going to cherish Ozzy vocal effects. Yeah, see, exactly, man. That's what I got. I got the old Black Sabbath kind of sound out of you guys on the vocals part. But
yeah, totally.
Forever Overdose.
Forever Overdose.
It's kind of scary. Scary. I like
I'm choking on you. Consume my body like it's I got the appetite. Save me. You're the one that hurts the most. My forever overdose.
That's so
man.
cool.
Man, that is a great song. I'm glad we saved that one till last, kind of. I mean, it's out of the videos.
Yeah, it's got really cool visuals, and
Yeah,
it's
I
really
love
eerie.
I love the black and white. I love her goth look. We were having people with that. Yeah, so it's cool having musicians kind of watch and help critique what we're seeing, because I promise I don't even know all the terminology, but I know when some shit's good. But Richie Warwick was like the end of that chorus and the break. Yeah, and man, I like the transitions part. So I would say that the transitions are my favorite. How they were just, it's butter, man. It's a great fucking band. Good
Yeah,
find.
I thought it was awesome. I thought it was awesome. Maybe a little bit heavy on the auto tune, in my opinion.
Yeah, but
But other than that, everything was fucking awesome, and it wasn't like super heavy. Like it could have been worse, but I feel like they drenched her voice in a little more auto tune than they needed to.
I would agree, because she has a great voice without it, probably. So, and that's the bad thing about auto tune and AI and stuff. There's so much of it going around, but it's a great crutch, man. So I'm not hating on anybody. I talked about that a little bit before you were able to come on too, because we had Saban from Last Days on, and we did his video, which was kind of surprised that he was here. So I did his video, Fast Gun, which is AI generated video. And just knowing artists and talking to them face to face and stuff, man, even using AI to create a music video is freaking time consuming and hard. And so I'm not super hating on it. I love to see the bands themselves, and I love to see them personally. But there's a lot goes into. I was thinking that we've done some Storm Kingdom videos that are all kind of AI generated, which they're all really good. Uh, Last Days, his videos are generated that way. Blind the Sky, all of their videos up until their newest one had been of them, and then their newest one they did AI, and it took them almost 2 years to create that video to the point where they were happy. And they work full time and stuff like a lot of us do. So I'm just saying, in general though, the amount of time it takes to do anything is ridiculous. So I appreciate anybody and everybody that's putting in the time to create a music video at all. So
Totally.
yeah, I get the hate part of it too, but at the same time, man, there's a lot of work goes into it both ways. And I have been kind of hesitant about using AI a lot, but for real, the Front Row Radio website, I use AI to help generate the pages. I mean, I create a backbone, I tell it what I want it to do, and then AI kind of creates something, and then of course I have to go in and make it my own and adjust on it and stuff. But AI helps create my website even, so it's not a bad thing, I don't think, if used correctly.
I think AI can be helpful if used properly, but I think it can also be really detrimental.
Yeah, it could be both. Yes, no doubt in my mind that it can be both. There's a lot of medical stuff now that's coming out that's using AI, and so just saying in general, you have a doctor just say that he's got his mind and what he's learned and his past experience, period. But if you could put his along with 100,000 other doctors, all of their information put into a computer that created this AI mind, that when you enter in something, and then you could have 100 doctors all together at the same time producing something, that's kind of a cool way to use it, I think. Let's see what Richie said. I love Richie, man. So the House of Warwick guys, go check out the House of Warwick, man. Richie's a great guy. He's big in the indie scene on Facebook, and yeah, it really is. Yeah, it's super expensive to create, to hire production staff and everything that you would have to do to create a music video. I mean, I've seen, so on the other side of that, there's a band, man, I'm drawing a blank right this second, man. There's a band that did a music video that they just recorded all with their iPhone, and they did it themselves.
Lucid Intent does that. There's quite a few. There's a lot of artists that do that. And honestly, like, that's the thing too, is like, there's a fine line, in order to create like a really theatrical production, a lot of times there's a lot more that goes into it, but there's so many ways to get around that and to be able to create a music video without having a huge budget or a huge team of people, you know what I mean? And
Yeah.
sometimes it just takes kind of like figuring out what's going to work for you. And some bands, they choose to go the route of using AI to help them create a particular vision that they maybe wouldn't be able to bring to life for a very long time, if ever. And sometimes you can get away with just doing what Lucid Intent does, and they come up with some really cool music videos and even get pretty theatrical at times, but they record everything themselves on an iPhone, and they don't have, you know, a full production team, and they don't spend a bunch of money to make their videos. I think there's different ways you could apply your creative visions to
and they're located in a cool spot where they can they get some great visuals from the area where they're living, or like when they went to LA and did in the I guess it's like, I think they call it the LA River, but it's actually drainage ditches or whatever, with all the graffiti and stuff or whatever on the walls. Isn't that where they recorded that one? But anyway, and so Addie Cumber was the band I was trying to come up with. Disposable was the song, and basically they did that. When I talked to those guys, they literally recorded a fantastic video, and they recorded it just with iPhone, you know. But you have to have the time and wherewithal to be able to even do that. So, but yeah, if you're having like a lot of actors and different things like that, you know, AI is probably, for a small band, is probably what you're going to have to do, rather than hire a bunch of people, unless you can get your family and friends to, you know, be your actors and look professional at it or whatever. But yeah, I think AI's got its places in there, you know, with that. I really do. Production, like if you're having big production, like with I'll look at there, my order came in.
Hey, cheers.
Yeah, to your empty coffee cup.
there's my cheers for you.
But
I have juice and I have no coffee.
Hold on, what you got on your chest right there? Is it like a butterfly?
Dropping shit again.
Oh yeah. Holy crap, look at you. Man, see, I knew if I kept going to her, she would get up and we'd get to see those legs and everything, you know. So I worked hard at that. Y'all should thank me later, you know.
Yeah.
Just send me a DM thanking me later, you know.
Sure. You want to see my legs? Go watch my go-go videos and shit.
Yeah, she's got some go-go videos posted up. When you get to see more than legs, you get to see that butte, the cake. And it's not like there's a little bit of cake. She's got a lot of cake. It's like a red velvet cake.
Gothic cake.
Gothic red velvet cake with bats and stuff. Man, it's fucking badass. But no, I love her videos, and you guys, for real, man, go if you're not following Scarlet Silhouette and Scarlet herself. Most of us probably are, but if you're not, you really should, man. She's a good follow, and their band, they're not super active on Facebook, but definitely go check them out, man. Everything they post. I know we're all so busy, you know. Everything they post is
I run our social media.
I know I'm not picking on you because
I suck, you guys. I suck at keeping up on all this different social media stuff that I have to do. I'm trying to get better at it, but yeah, I'm not super.
It really is so hard, though, especially when you're operating multiple pages, you know. I'll admit that I'm the worst in the world at it. I work my page, my Jeff Tucker page. I work the hell out of that one. It's got the most traction, so I stick at it. I've got a Front Row Radio page. I occasionally check it. You know, I can't make myself operate multiple pages. I do so good with my personal page that I turned into a professional page or whatever, that I kind of stick to it, you know. And
it's really hard to keep track of.
Yeah, it's super hard, and it just really is. And so I'm not hating at all. I was just picking on you a little bit, but I love every time you post something. I'm like, there's my scar right there. Yeah.
I'm like you. I'm better at keeping up on my personal one than everything else.
And so
I'm trying to get better at that and being able to juggle the different pages, but it's an adjustment for sure.
Yeah, and I've been told, and I've had friends in the past that helped me with that stuff a little bit, and like, you know, when you have spare time, create posts and schedule them out on the pages that you're not actively manning or whatever. But even that's freaking like seems goofy and hard for me, you know. I don't know.
Yeah, it's
social media is a beast. Scarlett's got a cool TikTok too, just saying. Yeah, and I don't have you posted lately on TikTok? I don't think I saw
I
nothing.
have. I'm not as active on TikTok as I am other platforms. I
Yeah,
think I'm
I'm
probably
kind
the
of
most
bad
active on
about.
Facebook and Instagram, but I've posted some things recently, yeah, on TikTok. I've never been a huge TikTok fan necessarily, but it's kind of something that I've been doing recently to kind of get myself creating more content. And I think eventually it will be entirely removed from my social media platforms and moved over to just YouTube Shorts and like Instagram Reels and stuff.
Yeah,
But as of
yeah.
right now, I am posting on TikTok.
I have seen some of your TikToks. I like them, and I think that TikTok's cool. Some of their tools that you have there to use is kind of cool, like
Yeah.
in video creation and stuff. But I'm just not a big fan of. I was so hooked on TikTok in the beginning, and created a page. I got up to like 2,500 followers or so, or something like that, and then I just kind of I petered out on it. I just kind of gave up, and I don't even really scroll it anymore because I get it's just a bad habit of scrolling. But going to Dev here, he's like, might as well use the use it all till the pooters take over, AI and stuff. I agree, and it's hard, man. It's hard managing multiple platforms, multiple social media stuff. It's really hard. And yeah, you're not the only one, bro. But yeah, and look, I agree, man. I have my personal page does great, man. And so that's just why I stuck to it. I've tried operating other ones, and it's just so hard, man. And I would love to have more engagement on this one, but on my Jeff Tucker page, but it's just super hard, man. It's
There's so much that goes into it, and then like I know for me personally, I get overwhelmed with just messages because I get so many messages I have to respond to from so many people, whether it be on my personal or on one of my other accounts for like my band or something, and just so many things. I feel like I don't know, just this age of like being constantly glued to our phones, like it's a lot, like
it really
I feel like, and especially when you're in any kind of like sort of public career or have a
yeah,
public image
spotlight
sort of
for
a situation.
no,
It's like I spend so much energy going through messages and trying to respond back to people and stuff like that and take care of those kinds of things, and then it's like, oh, I have to make content too, and I have to make captions, and it's so much. It's so much.
So this part, what Deb is saying right there, Facebook not promoting properly. So I agree and disagree in some ways. I think that I hate to say, but I feel like you just have to learn how to work them a little bit, and I'm not saying that I know how to work them any better than anybody else, but I did learn early on that they want original stuff, so if you're sharing somebody else's stuff very much or you overshare, they start limiting your reach, and they do that intentionally because they're wanting to encourage you. They want to encourage you to they want to encourage you to create original content. And I would say that maybe they do suppress musicians a little bit, but I don't know if there's just not if we're not doing things the right way or whatever. I'm not technically a musician, but I feel like I get good reach and good engagement by posting things involved. But a lot of my stuff, I just stay active on there, and I post a lot of nonsense, really, just memes and shit sometimes, just to stay in the eye and keep busy, so that my page stays up. And you kind of have to stick after it, in a way. Uh, I'm definitely not I'm definitely not an expert at it, but I think that you have to stay active on there to an extent. And like Scarlett's talking about, trying to respond to everybody, kind of thing. Man, my DMs now, I don't. I hate to say, but I do get some DMs. I'm not super busy on DMs anymore. There was a time when I was super busy on DMs. I got more boobs in my inbox than I could count, but I just, I don't really respond a ton to DMs unless I know you and we have some connection and we're communicating personally in some way. But I don't know, man. I think that responding to comments and stuff is probably important. I've seen people post that you should move your tags and stuff to your comments, but
Dev said it was my boobs in his DMs.
Yeah.
I bet.
I have seen Dev's boobs in my DMs. No, I'm just playing.
I believe you. He did.
But no, if I get boobs in my inbox, I'm definitely going to respond. I'm just saying. But no, I'm being kind of facetious. But I do get some weird stuff sometimes. But I don't know, man. I know. I think moobs, male boobs,
Send
moobs.
Jeff all the moves.
Yeah, I literally look not on Facebook, but on Instagram. I got butthole pics from dudes. So, just saying. I mean, please don't send me no. Please don't send that.
I know a couple of guys that would be really happy to receive it. No shame.
It is terrible. I don't expect
moves for Jeff. Hashtag butthole pics for Jeff. Hashtag moves for Jeff.
Please don't. Please. Oh
Hashtag free the Jeff from the butthole.
Yeah, please don't. I don't want to block anybody else. I've got a few on my block list because of that, but people are sneaky, man. I mean, so I don't know. I don't get a lot of that stuff lately, and so I'm kind of glad. Maybe because I stopped responding.
That was good timing. He did say please don't when I said free the Jeff from the butthole. He did say.
No, yeah, definitely free me from it. I don't want to see that.
Hashtag butthole blood.
Yeah. So no, being funny though, and literal on Instagram, not on Facebook, but on Instagram. When I first started my Instagram, it was pretty much about my bodybuilding and health stuff and gym stuff, weightlifting, that kind of stuff. And I would get these guys would be slick, man. People were slick, and so I kind of know what girls go through a little bit. But so like I would have guys like DM me, hey man, I really love your physique. What's your workout routine? I would love to get some help. And so then you start communicating with them because you think, oh, this is legit. Somebody wants to know how to do this, and then all of a sudden, butthole, ding. I'm like, no, why, bro? Why did you do
that's
that?
how guys are. They either just send, like, those types of guys anyway. They either just send it right off the bat, or they'll try to like talk to you and be like, how are you? Like, I love the stuff you put, whatever.
Yeah.
Like, try to make nice and like act like they actually like have a crush on you or something. And then the second you like respond positively whatsoever at all, or even like indifferently, they're like, boom, dick pic.
Yeah, or butthole pic or whatever it is. Yeah. I'm overcoming a little upper respiratory infection, so I'm coughing a little bit. It got warm in here, but yeah, yuck, man, yuck. No, literally, I had this guy, man. We talked for like some weeks, and I was coaching him along, and this was I thought that he was legit. I was coaching this guy along on how to work out, and he was sharing weight gain and loss and this, that, and the other. And then all of a sudden one day he sends me a picture of him like leaned over the bed, spreaded, with his hands back there spreading it, and dude, I'm like, no, bro, blocked, like immediate block, but I don't know.
Yeah. Hashtag be better, boys.
Yeah. Just be better. And girls don't want to see it. Guys don't want to see it. It's just freaking stupid, man. I don't know why people think that it's something that's cool to do, really, even. But
just be better.
Yeah, literally be better.
Like, if you want to send like your nudes so bad, just ask.
Yeah, just say, hey man, I would love for you to check this out. And if I say no,
like, yo, I got this nude I just took. I think it's fire. You want to
fire, man? Would you want to check this out? Yeah.
I'd much rather that than just getting a dick pic.
Yeah, just bam, you open the thing and there's Yeah, please.
You're like at work, your boss is over your shoulder, freaking you pull out your phone to pull out your calculator, calculate your drawer at the end of the night or whatever. Fucking dick pic.
Yeah, no, don't. Just don't.
Surprise. Yeah.
Holy shit. Yeah, surprise. Yeah. But shit, man.
Ladies do. Hey, ladies too. Ladies do it too.
No, ladies do
Not
do
as
it.
much as men, but ladies do it.
Ladies do it, and I'm not hating us. I mean, there's been occasions where I get like a surprise, boop, and I'm like, oh, nice, you know what I mean? But then usually it's like, why did you do that?
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah. It's like if you wanted to like start a little steamy, then try talking to me first.
Yeah, let it start some other way than like just popping up with something like, hey, look at this, you know what I mean, or just whatever. That's kind of what happens. I've had it happen. I don't think girls are as bad about doing that as guys are, but it's funny though sometimes. I mean, it's entertaining. The internet is very entertaining.
If you want steamy, then find a sauna. Yeah.
Yeah, find a sauna, and yeah, some gyms have those too. But
I was gonna say that. Just go to your local gym.
yeah, do
Then
better,
again,
girls. Do better, guys.
probably
Just do
don't. If
better.
you're
Just
looking
never.
for some steamy time and you're the type to just send dick pics unwarranted, probably don't go to the local gym. Probably don't.
Yeah, you might get beat up, and not in the right way.
You might get beat up by a hot Scandinavian chick like Dev wants.
Does he want a hot scat? Yeah, he
Or
does.
hot
I
Viking
remember.
chick.
Yeah, he wants a Viking chick, man. He wants to get smacked around a little bit by a Viking chick, and I might not be against that myself. So if there's any hot Viking chicks out there, and you like my hair. What's up, Dave?
He
Says
said
chill. Chill. Don't put my shit out there. But,
You put it out there first.
why don't we play Dev's new song?
Let's do it.
Yeah, Swivel. So yeah, we've been going for almost 2 hours. So we filled up almost 2 hours, but I'm gonna have to rewind it. Let's see, because I already played it one time. But I do like this song, man, and I feel like it's. I don't know. I would say that I could be a little offended by. I feel like you're calling the girl a heifer. I don't know, but anyway, I love the song, man. It's great.
Wait, who?
I don't know. So listen to the words to the song. Have you heard this song yet?
I didn't listen to the whole thing yet, but I listened to
Okay, so it's called Red Heifer, and I feel like there's like some comparisons between like a girl human and a heifer, which is a cow, maybe. I don't know. I kind of get the little vibe of it, but I don't know. Maybe Dev I know he don't want to probably elaborate on that because I don't know. I'm being kind of funny, but maybe my brain works weird. But anyway.
All right, well let's check this out.
Pay attention to the lyrics.
I like that. Very theatrical. I love that ending. That
Yeah,
little
so
outro.
that's kind of the Pink Floyd vibe, right? The guy like, how could you have any pudding when you haven't eaten your meat? You know, you kind of get that vibe with the voiceover there at the end. No, I love it, man. I'm glad I re-listened to it, and I'm glad I had Dev on here because he cleared that up that it was about the end of the world and sacrificing a red heifer. My brain was going weird places with all that. I was like, man, what are you
when I
talking
saw
about, bro?
when I saw that they were releasing a song called Red Heifer, I was like, oh, that's gonna be a sick apocalypse song.
Yeah, and it is, and you know, it fits the times that we're in too, kind of, you know. Uh,
Totally.
man,
It's
the world's
definitely a good
fucking
time.
crazy. The world is so crazy right now. But let's see what he said here. Yeah, end of days, man. Maybe, hopefully, we're not there, but yeah. And so, make sure you inbox me that, man, so I could get it on the radio too. You know.
Yeah, Dev.
Yeah, Dev, you're
Yeah,
behind me,
Dev.
brother. Yeah, and your new one, man, Black Cats too, really. Y'all been being sneaky over there, man, doing all this cool shit behind the scenes. Yeah,
Sneaky. Great Show Me Dudes Black Cats Part 2.
yeah, I'm excited for Black Cats and White Lighters, man, Part 2. That would be cool. One of my favorite songs of all time, actually, is Black Cats, White Lighters. Gave a lot of nods in that one, in my opinion, you know, just the words and whatever. So, yeah, I'm excited to see what you guys are doing, man. Yeah. And like I say, don't forget to email me some stuff, man. Email me some tracks, man. I got a show coming on Tuesday. It's almost full up, but I definitely got room for some swivel up in that motherfucker. Just saying.
Yeah, Dev.
But yeah, man, we appreciate you guys, man. Y'all hung out with us for a couple hours again on a Sunday evening. The whole record except one though. See,
I was
now,
gonna say.
yeah, now
What's
I feel
the
slighted.
one?
Now I feel slighted. No, I'm just playing, bro. I get it. Something secret, whatever, something special.
What's the one? I need to know.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh, it might be the one that we're waiting on some collab stuff or something, maybe.
Oh, is that the
Oh
one?
shit. Maybe it's Scarlett's fault. Yeah, no, I'm just playing. But yeah, do it, bro. Do it, man. Yeah, send me your stuff, man. I'll help promote the fuck out of you guys, man. I love you guys, and I've got some. I need Richie to send me some stuff. Richie hasn't sent me nothing in a while. I need Richie to send me some stuff too, man. Y'all know I love to play new stuff and help everybody out and do what I can do for everybody, man. And it helps me too. I have some cool stuff. Oh, so I have some cool special stuff in the works, and I know I do crazy things at different times, man. So I'm gonna put this out there. Recently, the Lethal Linda character that I had, I created even a web page for her where she was supposed to be going to do some. She calls herself a writer. She was going to do some media stuff for the pay, for Front Row Radio or whatever, and yeah, man, turns out, man, this chick, man's a catfish, dude. I mean, like, literally, I hate to call people out or whatever, but I don't know what her ultimate game is. I just want people to know. So I'm asking again, and in public, face to face, like, look, this chick, Linda Neal, has anybody ever seen her in person anywhere at a show or anything? Has anybody ever? Yeah, bro. Oh, it's funny, but it's not funny, right? So
Yeah.
this page has been operating for a few years. It has 5,000 followers. It bounces between 4,900 and 5,000 followers. We've got bands doing video shouts and stuff for this chick, but I'm not the first person to ask the question, has anybody ever seen her at a show, seen the person that we're looking at in the photos on that page in a show or whatever? She was supposed to come to Huntsville and do some things, and then suddenly there were storms. And I get it, sometimes things happen, but I already had this strange feeling about her. And so I was just like, after that, I'm like, hey, something's off. And I've known something was off. And so I literally put her on the spot. And I'm like, why don't you just you could fix all this right now with a quick video chat, Facebook video call me, 30 seconds. Let me see your face for 30 seconds. I had talked to her on the phone. I thought it sounded like an older person than I'm looking at in the photos, but you can't judge people by a voice. And I'm like, something, just video conference me real quick, man. 30 seconds. I'm not going to show you my pee. I don't want to see your poo. I just want to see your face real quick. Let's make sure you're who I think you are. And then this thing can go on or whatever. And then now she's saying I shaded her and this, that, and the other. But the reality of it is, I don't think she's the person that you're looking at in the photos. And I don't think she's being super nefarious. I don't know if she's taking money from bands. She says she hasn't. But just be wary, guys, man. Be careful with people out there. There's people out there that do crazy stuff, man.
Masking fools like Scooby-Doo.
Yeah. So, and look, I would say that I was catfished. I guess I was in a way. But, I didn't get taken for anything. It's just in general, I think that she was like connecting onto Front Row Radio and using that as something to like legitimize herself as a journalist so that she could move up the ladder to bigger bands or whatever. So I don't know ultimately what her game was, but I started realizing something was off. I'm like, I don't think something's cool with this chick. So I put in that we were going to do this show together and do some photo ops and stuff. And of course, magically something happened. She couldn't show up. And then, I asked some more questions, and then, I'm like, video conference me. Oh, no. If you don't trust me, I'm just gonna bow out and whatever. I'm like, fucking bow, bro. Shit, get the hell out of here or whatever, But she put a bio for me to, to add on the Front Row Radio's webpage. And so I go look at the bio, and I start trying to, verify some of the information on there, like her grandpa was supposedly 17-time Oklahoma fiddle champion, and his name was something or another. I Google that, man, and I can't, it doesn't come up. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So I'm like, whatever. And so a couple of times I was like, well, if you're going to do journalism for Front Row Radio, here's a band. Why don't you check out Dunes Vein and talk to these guys? They're over in Papua New Guinea, which is kind of interesting. It's not a normal place where you would see a heavy metal band from and doing it. No. I want to interview what I want to interview and blah, blah, blah. And so at the end of the day, she was just never, I don't think it was on the up and up, But I'm willing to be wrong about that. If I'm wrong, if anybody's ever seen her at a show or anything, hey, I'll admit that I'm wrong. But
definitely. The whole situation just seems sketchy.
Yeah, no, the whole thing's scammy and sketchy and whatever. And then since then, she's made a couple of posts like, well, I guess I'm done in the music business and blah, blah, blah. One of my partners, which would be me, shaded me, she said. I shaded her, but she shaded herself by not doing a video conference. And then the Bay Ragney show is her other partner that she supposedly works for, which is a podcast about wrestling and music. And supposedly he's going back to just wrestling. But, I even went to his show and I don't see her appearing on there. I don't see her getting any credits for anything on there. I think she's just latching onto a couple of bigger pages or more popular pages to legitimize what she was doing, But yeah, just watch out for scams and stuff. Like I say, she didn't take me for anything, but she maybe could have, and she might be taking bands for stuff or whatever, At the minimum, bands are doing video shouts and stuff for her, and I think it's kind of at the end, me personally knowing that I don't think she's who she says she is, they look kind of foolish at the end of the day. But I'm not judging them because you try to get help where you can get it from, and at the end of the day, I think she was trying to help bands a little bit, but I just don't know. I don't know what the game was, honestly. But anyway.
Honestly, it doesn't matter what the game was. The fact of the matter is, if somebody's like not who they say they are, that's a sketchy situation. Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure that she's not the person that she's posting the pictures of. So yeah, it's pretty weird. But going back to what brought me off on that is I'm looking to add somebody else. So recently, there's a girl that's friends with me on Facebook called Jenna Sharp. She decided that she's a musician. She plays guitar, but she's also a tarot reader. And so recently she posted that she was nervous about posting that she does tarot readings and stuff like that, and she thought that everybody was going to judge her for it or whatever. And so I was her first customer. I said, look, I want a tarot reading, you know what I mean? Like, do it. You know what I mean? Here, I'll pay you to do a tarot reading for me. And she did. She sent me a 30-minute long, uh, basically MP3 of her doing a tarot reading, which was fucking awesome. She hit the nail on the head so many ways. And I got to thinking about it. I said, you're a musician. I know you have a passion for music. You do this tarot stuff. What if there was some way that you could do a radio show surrounding doing some tarot stuff? You know what I mean? And like, what if you could like pull a card and, do a little thing, and then you play some music that kind of coincides with what you're feeling about that, and then you, et cetera, et cetera. And I think we're going to be doing a radio show soon. I think that Jenna is going to do a radio show for Front Row Radio. I'm going to create her a page soon. Hopefully I'm not getting catfished again, but I'm pretty sure I'm not this time. But
That's really cool. That's a really fun, creative idea.
I think it was. And so when just her doing that MP3 for me or whatever, I thought it was, she did great. I appreciated her abilities, and what she said like rang true for me or whatever. And I know she's a musician. She's beautiful. She's a goth chick. She fits all the proper criteria to look great and do good, cool stuff. And so I was like, what if we figured out a way to help you with your new business and doing tarot readings, and even if it's a 30-minute or an hour-long show or whatever, that you could do once a month, once a week, however often you can do it. I know it's hard. It takes more to do. She's never tried one before. She knew how long it took to do that first video reading for me, and it was hard to do. So she knows a little bit about it, and I think it's a great idea, man. I thought it was cool, and she's got a great voice and stuff. So I think that she's got the look, she's got the voice. I think that I'm gonna try that, man. I think it's gonna be cool.
Very cool. I like it.
Yeah, I think it's a good idea, and like I say, I just was appreciated what she did enough that I think that and I told her, I said, look, it could be anything. It could just be something general. You could have somebody ask you a question, and then you do a little, pull 5 cards or whatever you do, and it doesn't have to be super in depth or whatever, because I know you're trying to make money by doing your tarot stuff, but just something in general, and kind of do some mystic stuff, and and surround it with music. And I think it's a great idea, man. And I see that it's I'm getting some people in the audience saying the same thing. So yeah, I think it will be cool, and I hope that it works out. And I know she's super excited about it. She was like, "Bro," and I'm like, "Yeah, man. I mean, I'm being serious, And so cool. I love to help people, and that was another way that I could help her and her new budding tarot reading business, and also fill in some time for me on the radio station. I've got all this time available, so. It's just mostly streaming 24/7, and then I do a show on Tuesdays, and Saban, that was here earlier, does a show Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, twice a day in the drive times for the Eastern Seaboard, and Robert Gard does one on Friday nights at 8 o'clock. So the rest of the calendar's wide open. So if anybody else is out there thinking that they would like to try some radio stuff, hey, I'm open to letting some people try, man.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, and so Jenna Sharp, I think she's gonna try, man. She seems super excited and fired up about it, and she's downloaded the DJ program. She's practicing on it a little bit now. So yeah, I'm super excited, man. I always like to help people out. But
Love it. Love to hear it. That's a really creative and unique idea for a radio show, and I'm excited to see that.
Yeah, I think it would be cool, man. I really do. I don't know why it jumped in my head, but just listening to her voice while she was doing my reading, and I was thinking, man, you got a great voice, And then I was like, and then you're actually really good at this, And so I'm thinking, hey, is there a way? And then she was like, hell yeah, there's a way. So we're gonna see about it. But anyway. Like I say, pay attention, guys, and when your gut's telling you something about people, like I had that whole deal with Linda, and my gut was telling me something was not correct, and I kind of knew, so I put her on the spot about coming to a show, and then when all of a sudden there was all these excuses, I kind of started like, I knew, you know what I mean, and
yeah.
And then so I really started delving into it a little harder, because you like to give people benefit of a doubt, and whatever, but yeah, I hate that it turned out that way, and I hate that, maybe she's got other people feeling the same way. I kind of hate that. I did notice that somebody else posted something, a comment on one of her posts, like, has anybody ever seen her in a show? And I'm thinking, yeah, same thing I was feeling, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not trustworthy.
Yeah. But long story short, man, we appreciate all you guys, man, and everybody that hangs out and comes on Sundays and cheers me and Scar on and cheers the bands on and gives their input about the music that they're hearing or whatever, man. Yeah, we appreciate the hell out of you guys, man. It's a blessing to have everybody show up and give us their input, man, because like I say, we're not perfect for sure, and we just love to do and promote and yeah, and then we get cool people like Dev and Richie Warwick's in the fucking house, man. I feel special now, you know. Got the House of Warwick up in here, man. Shit, we done made it, Scar. We top we top notch now, man. Richie showed up for a show. What?
Thank you to everybody who did tune in and all of you that have been chatting with us in the chat, and especially to those that are returning, that are here every single time we do this. That is freaking amazing. You rock. You are the absolute GOAT. And thank you to anybody new watching. Again, like we have mentioned previously and like we try to mention a couple of times each show, don't forget to do the things, you know, like, subscribe, comment. Let us know what your favorite part was, what your favorite band was, what your favorite song was. Go follow the bands that you liked. If you saw a song you liked, go check and see if they have it on Spotify. Add it to your playlist. Do all the things. Give some support. Give some love. Thank you so much for tuning in, and we will see you guys next time.
Yeah, it's time to do the little boop, 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 because I'm going to hit the end stream, and it's just going to kind of go dark.
I fuck this up every